everybody, and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you a craft that I have never done before, but it's pretty simple. Part of it I have done because I've done the vinyl stencil before. If you remember, I showed you how on the Cricut to do a vinyl stencil. That video didn't come out really too great. I just made sure that I explained it really well because for some reason with the camera on my laptop, it just didn't look good. And I don't know if somebody knows how to do that, how to show what you're doing on your laptop. Please, by all means, send me a message or just a comment even on YouTube and just let me know because I would love to know that. I'm sure I will learn it eventually, but I do not know it right now. So, all that being said, so I did teach you how to do those, and so we're going to use a stencil today. I was going to do cookies for Santa. We're going to make a cookie plate because I figure it's getting close to Christmas, and we got to get those cookies out there for Santa Claus so he can leave us some really good goodies. So what I did was I went on Google search and I searched cookies for Santa SVG, and what came up was a bunch of different designs of cookies for Santa. I wanted kind of a plain one because I knew I wanted to put a wreath around the edge. So once that comes up, you just download that to your desktop. And so the next thing you would do is look for a wreath, and so what I put in was Christmas wreath SVG. And also it'll show you, because you want an SVG because that's what you need to go into to make the little stencil and to put it into your Cricut. Okay, so let's see. I'm sure that you can find some stencils in some stores, even the dollar store has stencils, but we kind of need a sticky one. We want it to stick to the plate because we're going to put etching cream on the plate and we don't want it to slide under your stencil. So you do need a sticky one, and I don't know, you can maybe look those up online too, and that way you don't have to make them with the Cricut if you don't have a Cricut. I'm sure they probably have sticky stencils you can buy also. I have not researched that yet, so I'm not sure about that, exactly where you would get those. Other than that, let me make sure. Okay, so when you do download these pictures, you know, the cookies from Santa, they're going to send you a file, and the file folder will be zipped, and you need to unzip the file folder to be able to put it into Cricut. Now this to me was always a big headache when I first started because I just got my Cricut in March, I believe. And honestly, a lot of my crafts aren't done with Cricut, and a lot of them are. So I'm still learning my Cricut, but so you do need to unzip your files. And for me to unzip them, I use something that's called Inkscape. Mine is called Inkscape. And I downloaded that app, and now Inkscape unzips my folders for me, which is really awesome. And so from there, then, let's see. Once your folder is open, you're going to go into your Cricut. You'll open up your Cricut design space. I have notes over here just so that I can remember the exact order of steps that it goes in. So you'll open your Cricut design space. Once that opens up, you will click on the left-hand side. It'll say, well, first you'll click New Project, and then on the left-hand side, you'll click Upload. And then once you do that, then you're going to click another spot where it says Upload Image. And once you do that, then you're going to drag your unzipped files from your Inkscape or wherever you unzipped them from, and you're going to drag them into your Cricut design space. And then you'll be able to click on these images and insert them into your design space, and then you'll be able to use it on your project. So it is kind of like a learning process, that part is. Once you learn that, you can make all kinds of things like this. You can pick out all different kinds of designs and stuff. It is really nice to have a Cricut. They're really nice. They make things a lot easier. But if you don't have one, I'm sure you can go online and just look up stencils that will stick to my project, or sticky stencils, or removable stencils, anything like that. I would try that and see what they have in there. So I'm going to just show you how to etch though. Now if you did not have a stencil, you could take tape and you could make a design on here anyway, because you could take and tape, like if you wanted a crisscross design, you could tape it up, you know, like just take tape and tape and tape and do it the other way, and then the holes that are left, you could always etch those and do something like that. But today we're going to do this. Now I find the easiest way to do this, I believe, is to cut the Cookies for Santa out of the middle, because it'll make it easier to place it on our design. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take and just cut that part out. Now the vinyl that I'm using is removable vinyl, and it's Cricut removable vinyl, and I got it at Michael's. Okay, so we just did that, and what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, I think I'm going to stick this part first. We're going to take, and all we have to do is pull the paper off the back, and we're going to stick this. We're going to try to center it onto our plate. Now remember, I have never done this before, so this is going to be new, and so I'm praying everything turns out just as I want it to. But if not, well then we'll learn how to fix mistakes together. So I measured my plate, and in Cricut Space you can change the size of your design. So my plate is 10.5 inches, and I made this one 9.5, and I did that because I don't really know, because of the curve in the plate. I just, maybe from past experiences on other things, I knew to do that, and even then I'm not positive that this is perfect, but we're gonna do our best. So now you don't want your sticky side to fold over and stick to the other side, so we're gonna just be careful and try to stick it on here. We're going to have to pull it up quite a few times, I'm sure, because, well, it's just hard to do. So I'm just going to stick a part, and I'm going to try to just move around my plate. So I don't know, I feel like I should have did it in stages or something. I just ripped it already. You know what? I think I am going to cut it and do it like, because of the plate being curved. Oh, I might have just messed it up. Let me pull that part out. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it into pieces. It's kind of ripping on me now anyway, so I'm going to just do that. Alright, so we'll leave this piece to the side for a second. So that's my first thing to recommend to you. Don't do it in one piece. If you can cut it, then cut it. It's very hard otherwise. Okay, so I'm going to place it on here. And start pushing it down. Okay, that made it much easier. So if you can do it in halves or thirds, I would suggest that, because it's really hard otherwise. Maybe because the plate curves, it's really hard to get it to lay flat and do what you want it to do. Alright, so here we go. It figures I would pick a design that's kind of hard. I thought it would be an easy one actually, but trying to get it to go all the way around our plate is just kind of awkward. I don't really know why. So I'm just going to do my own little thing with it, because I feel like it, because of the curve in the plate, it's really kind of screwy. So I'm just going to kind of wing it. I'm going to let it fold in some spots. And I'm going to wing this baby. So far, this is what I have. looks really weird and awkward, but I guess we'll see how it comes out. All right. Hey, it's an adventure, right? Always a new adventure. I think I'm gonna start with this side. Okay, so because of the curve in the plate, I do have quite a few wrinkles, and what I tried to do is fix my design so that it still went around the edge of the plate. So I think we should be good. So you might have to really play with it and like get it, just make sure that each of your little, like the leaves, make sure that it's all pushed down and firm to the plate, and that you don't have any holes. Like, okay, like right here, I have a hole where it goes right into the berry, but I think that won't matter too much about that. Now, if there was a hole here and it went just to the outside of the plate, it might make it not look pretty, but that, it's just gonna etch and show that there's a berry and a leaf there, so I think that should be fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to put my cookies for Santa in the middle. Let's hope this turns out pretty. I'm just looking to see where I should center it. I'm gonna cut a little bit more off the outside here so I can see kind of where I'm placing it. Okay, so now I have it cut out like this. We're gonna take the outside off of it. Yeah. Trying to decide which way I want to put it. I think I will put it this way. Okay. So I'm just peeling the outside off. Remember, this is removable vinyl. Also remember to always cover your table. I always tell you guys, cover your table. I have my 2 tablecloths on again. It's the same ones, but just in case you haven't seen a video, I have an old vinyl one. It's got soft stuff underneath, and then I have this one is rubbery, and I just put it over. I don't even know where I got them. I've had them for so long. Okay, so now we're gonna pull the Cookies with Santa off of here, but it will have the, see, the middle of the O will be still on the paper. I'll show you what to do with that after we do this. We might just take them off, since there's not too many of them, we might just take them off and place them where they're supposed to be. That might be the easiest way. Otherwise, you can always use transfer tape, which also is contact paper, like clear contact paper. But right now, we're just gonna place, so this is all the part without the insides. The insides are still on here. Okay, so I'm gonna just take and I'm gonna eye it, and I'm gonna try to place it into the center. Let me see, where's my, so that's the circle. So I'm just gonna try to place it in the center. I think that should be pretty good. And then from the center of it, like around the O of the 4, I'm going to start just trying to push it down and flatten it out. Okay, that was a smaller piece, and so far that went a lot easier. Okay, so before you start doing any of this, make sure that you clean your plate. Either wash it with soap and water, or you can first go over it with alcohol, rubbing alcohol. If you do that, I would still wash it with soap and water afterwards. You want it to be able to stick. So that's what I have so far. But we have to put the middle of the A back in and the middle of the O's. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take and eye it and just put them in where I think they go. I think it'd just be easier than Otherwise, you would take a piece of contact paper and stick it on and pull it apart, and I just don't think we need to do all that. There's only a couple pieces. I'm just gonna set them in here, and I will lift it up and show you what I did. So this is the middle of the A in Santa, and I already put another middle of the A in Santa on there. I'm gonna keep making sure everything's flat. Okay, so this is the middle of the O for the 4. I'm just gonna set it in the middle. This is the middle of the E. I'm going to set it in the middle of the E. Oh, that one went in crooked. Let's pull that one out and fix it. Yeah, for some reason this E isn't working for me. Let's move it up a little. There, I think that should be good. Okay, and then we want to do the O in the cookies. And the O. Okay, there's one. And there's one. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So now that we have them all stuck and we're making sure that they're down tight, really good. All right, now we're gonna open our etching cream. Now the etching cream, I got it from Michael's. I'm gonna use scissors and just open it up. I have never in my life used etching cream, so I'm excited. I hope it turns out really cute. So I'm just going to cut it out and pull it out. Right back over there. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to shake it for a minute. I'm not sure if you're supposed to or not. I'm going to do that anyway. And then we need a sponge. Okay. So I know I've showed you before, you can get a 6-pack of these sponges at the Dollar Tree for $1. We use them for a lot of things. We're going to use them for our etching cream today. I may need a bowl. I'm not sure how I can. Looks like it's kind of small. I probably am going to need a bowl. I think I'll get one. And you know what? I'm going to use this. I'm just cutting this out. I'm going to use this as my bowl. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Oh wow, this is different than what I thought. It's thick. Looks like a jelly. So that's what the etching cream looks like. Looks like a jelly. It's kind of crazy. All right. So you're supposed to put a generous amount everywhere that you want it. So we're not doing these parts here because we're just not doing that. So we're just going where it says cookies for Santa. I'm gonna make sure it's really on there, down there good, because I don't want it to slide under there. All right, here we go. So you're supposed to put a generous amount, but try to do it evenly. So that's tricky. I mean, I guess we'll just see. I'm just gonna put a generous amount and keep going on all of it, and I'll just try to, then we'll just see how it turns out. I am very excited. If this works, then there's going to be some other projects in the future that I'd like to do. So this is kind of a crazy Christmas, but you still got to leave your cookies out for Santa for him to leave you your presents. So this might be another cute little thing to show the kids how to do, but I don't know that they can really do this. I mean, it would more be like, hey, look at the plate I made, we're gonna put it out for Santa. But yeah. In the comments, you guys are gonna have to let me know how many of you do the little elf. What is he called? Elf on the Shelf? I wonder how many people do Elf on the Shelf. That's cute. If they had that around when my kids were little, I would have loved doing that. That would have been cute. So I know it says generous amount, but I don't want to leave it gobby either. So I'm gonna kind of. I think it'll be good. Okay. So now I'm going around the holly and the holly berries. I knew someone who would take their elf on the shelf and they'd make him do a, what do you call that, zip line across the living room. She said their elf on the shelf was a mischievous one, and he would always get into stuff like the maple syrup and stuff. I thought it was pretty cute. Very, just a cute idea. Those elf on the shelves are pretty darn cute. So I'm gonna need a little more etching cream. I wasn't sure how much it was gonna use up. And if for some reason you have too much in your tray, you can always just put it right back in your jar. All right. So you can do different designs with this. You don't have to do cookies for Santa. I've seen another one that's really cute that says Christmas cookie calories don't count, or Christmas calories don't count. And that's cute too. I almost was gonna do that, but I just thought we'll do this one. But if it's a gift for an adult, like if you want to give them a plate of cookies, that would be really cute to etch that one, the Christmas cookie calories don't count. That's a cute gift. All right, I think I'm almost there. Okay, so you're supposed to make it kind of, you want it to look clean. You don't want it to look like you just bounced all over on it, like how we do some of the other stuff. So I'm just going to go back around, and I do have a lot on there, so it should be good. All right, so then this has to sit for 15 minutes. And so I'm going to let it sit for 15 minutes. Okay, everybody, now it's time to see how everything came out. So we're going to pull our stencil off first. Honestly, I think you can wash it if you want to first, or either way, because we're going to need to wash our plate to take any excess of the etching cream off. I think I'm going to go ahead and wash it. Maybe it'll make it looser. Grab an old towel out of here. I'm gonna dump this. Okay, I'm gonna try to dry it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna finish pulling the sticker off. All right, I think that's it. Dry it off a little bit more. How pretty, I hope so. All right, so I also had an idea of how it would show up really pretty. So, we do have a couple little odd spots, but I don't know if you can see our cookies for Santa. All right, so then, honestly, maybe we should have left it on a little bit longer, and I'll show you why. Okay, so I thought I'd take a red charger plate and put it on the red charger plate so that hopefully it would show up better. And see, cookies for Santa. And then if for some reason it doesn't show up good enough on this, you can always take like a white doily. I don't have one, but I'll show you what it would do if you had a white doily under there. No, I think it hides it. Maybe not do that. So that's our finished product. Turned out pretty good for a first time. I don't know. I need maybe do a little more work on that. I will try another project another time though. Maybe we'll leave it on a little longer next time. But I'm pretty happy with it. It's cute. I hope you guys like it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and share. And above all, please subscribe, because the more subscriptions I get, the more I can keep coming back. All right. Thank you. Have a nice night, you guys. See you next time. Bye.